Hey guys, welcome back to Matlock's Toy Room Reviews, and today I'm finally doing the Iron Man, the Armored Avenger Titanium Man. I've had this guy for quite a while. This is the new series, pretty much only available at Toys R Us. Heard rumors that it's supposed to come to Walmart eventually, but still haven't seen that. But very cool. It's from the Legends series. This is Titanium Man, very awesome. I actually got this online at Hasbro Toy Shop. This is at Toys R Us, and they're charging, in my area, $18 for this. But even I've heard up to $22 in some people's areas. But I was getting on Hasbro Toy Shop anyway to get some other stuff, and they had this one on there. It was only like 11 bucks. So, I was going to pay shipping anyway for some other stuff, so, 11 bucks is a damn good deal. So, you might want to check that out if they're still on there. Anyways, there's a little bio. Also released, and a re-release is the Mark VI, a new Hulkbuster, which I'm not too fond of, and they re-released the War Machine. But anyways, this is by Hasbro. The package says 2010, but it was pretty late 2010, early 2011 that these came out. But anyways, let's take a quick break and we'll get him out of the package. Alright guys, and I'm back with Titanium Man. First off, let's show the accessories. Comes with a couple stupid launching missiles or whatever. Orange. And the blaster, which is just a repaint of the ones they did from the Iron Man 1 line. Just repainted with the orange and green. Just a quick complaint, everybody bitches about these. I hate these things too. They're for kids. But, everybody's like, well yeah, dumbass, these toys are made for kids. I'll agree to a point. But when they're charging $18 for a figure, I'd say this is not made for kids. So, if you guys are going to charge us $18, just leave out the kid junk. Kids aren't buying these. I know the majority of parents are not going to pay $18 for their kids. Every time they go to the store, they're not going to buy an $18 toy. That's why when I was a kid, when G.I. Joes were popular, they were only like, $2-3 bucks. You go and get a couple of those, But I know when my kids want toys at the store, I'm not going to spend an $18 every time. So that's my argument on that, is these really aren't kids' toys. The only people that are collecting these are really just collectors. Kids might want them, but for the majority, most kids aren't going to get these. I'm not saying no parents aren't going to buy them, but most aren't. And another big complaint on this is just the quality control on this guy is pretty bad. I do want to say that the design is awesome, the sculpt is awesome. They seem like when they were sketching it out and doing everything, it was really good, but quality control is really bad. Let me just get the negative stuff out of the way. I've got a bunch of paint marks all over. I'm not going to show all of them because they're really not coming up that well on the camera. There's a big one there, but there's just all over the place. So that's pretty disappointing. But and then there's just a lot of loose joints. His head is really loose. It'll hold the position for the most part, but really loose. Feet are really loose, which that one I hate. The head will hold its position, but the feet have to hold up the weight of the whole figure, so you have loose ankle joints and you're screwed. And another big thing, he's got the fucking cowboy knees. They want to pose them in cool positions in the packaging, but they make this knee joint right there, that double joint in the middle, they make it out of this weak rubbery plastic. You can see that. It just bends all over the place. That's really crappy. That piece needs to be made out of a stronger plastic, not some weak crap. So when they're posing them in the plastic, trying to get people to buy them, then they get stuck in that crappy position. That pisses me off every time. I've got so many figures that they get messed up knee joints. It's just ridiculous. But anyways, that's enough ranting on the figure. Just had to get that out. A little bit irritated about that. I've been really looking forward to this figure. Great character. I've been wanting a Titanium Man forever. And it is a really nice design. Hopefully most of you guys don't get that problem with your figure that I've gotten, obviously. a lot of bad points. You get onto the paint job, looks really good. They got this really, it's not quite metallic, but it's just a really cool shiny green. Looks really awesome. Got a nice orangish red visor there. And then the metallic look of just his arms and the rest of his body looks really, really cool. It's got a really nice wash on it. It was, you know, a gray or a silver, and they got a really dark wash on it. Probably some of Hasbro's best wash job on this. I do have to say that. Very nice. And just the sculpt all around is sick. Whoever sculpted this did a really good job. Really give them credit for that, and these feet are awesome. I love how they did the notches around the feet. Just badass. You know, so, you know, I'm pissed about my particular figure, but this is definitely cool. But instead of this, you know, little rocket launcher or whatever you got going, maybe some interchangeable hands instead. Use that plastic for something else. You know, that's my opinion anyway. Get into articulation. He does have a ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders. The shoulder pads are actually pretty nice. They kind of pop up and down just a little bit, just so you can get that extra movement in there. So that's cool. But swivel at the upper bicep, double jointed elbows, swivel in the wrist, and back and forward pivot. Actually wasn't aware, but he does not have a torso joint. It looks like they used part of the torso from somebody else, and it's just molded over or something. But it does not move, but it does have a swivel in the waist, ball jointed hips, double jointed knees, and basically ball jointed feet. So, you know, overall, I'm glad to have this figure. Really, really wish it wasn't such crappy condition. The two main things is all the scuffs on the paint and the weak ankle joints. But those damn knees really piss me off when they get bent like that. I've had so many, and ones like these you can't even really fix. You can't really do a heat job on it with a heat gun and then just remold it, because it's so loose in there that it doesn't matter. They gave it too much leeway. You can just see like how rubbery it is. It just doesn't matter if you try to heat it up. It's just too weak of a plastic and everything. So they definitely need to use a stronger plastic on those joints. I've been saying that for a long time, and I don't know, it's just quite irritating after a while that if it's something I find, you know, like why don't they find that too? Like, why don't they notice these problems? They have people that get paid to, you know, just check the figures. So I'm just wondering why that stuff's not getting noticed. But anyways, that was the Titanium Man. Thanks for checking it out.